I am Eric Gill, and I would like to just introduce myself other than just as the leader of Unite Here Local 5. I'm involved in the whole eviction struggle at Waihole Waikani, Hi'iakea. We built a coalition of a whole bunch of endangered communities that were being evicted for resort development. I came to the union in the 70s. I started at the hotel at Sheraton Waikiki in 1976 because of my experience fighting for communities and realizing that ultimately something significant had to be done to change the balance of power, or we would be having nothing but fight after fight after fight after fight, and win a few and lose a lot, and little by little they'll pave the island and give away, sell everything that we all hold dear about Hawaii. That is not my idea of stewardship. That's not what my family stood for. I went to the hotel to get involved in the union because the union was on the wrong side. My predecessor, Art Rutledge, had money in the Waihole Waikani. He was partners with Joe Powell in the Windward Partners, and he was very upset when I brought up this matter. So now I've achieved that goal in the sense that I've been able to deliver a union that is powerful enough, organized enough, and has enough resources to be the foundation and the base for what is necessary for us to make a change, not just in this fight, but in all the fights. We need to find a way to regain the power to determine the course and the future of our community, and in order to do that, we have to take that power away from the people who have it now, which frankly is a small group of banks and developers. We have a real chance to affect the course of this project. And this new environmental impact statement, many of the deficiencies have already been brought up, but in order to file another lawsuit, we had to file this document, which is 20 pages and several hundred questions, questioning all those things that you've heard. This gives us standing to challenge this environmental impact statement when it is finally issued, and we fully intend to do so if the developer does not find a way to make a reasonable compromise that everybody can find acceptable. One of the things I have the unfortunate privilege to have as part of my job now is we deal with the biggest banks in the world. Those are the people who own the hotels. Credit Suisse is one of a number of banks that own Turtle Bay and the surrounding properties. They are one of several dozen banks in a stack of mezzanine debt. And just to be clear, the guy who started the fight with us and who put up, basically induced the $400 million loan, Russ Bernard of Oaktree, who departed Oaktree in 2005, is back in the mix. He now runs Westport Capital and has bought out some of the mezzanine debt. So the same guy that was behind this development in the first place is back in there, despite the fact that they've done a flipperoo on the bank mix that is currently owning the hotel. I can tell you that this is a problem throughout the hotel industry. We no longer have owners of our hotels in Hawaii or elsewhere that actually want to run hotels. The owners of the hotels are banks, and the banks are doing real estate speculation. They are investing in hotels because hotels is the hottest section of the commercial real estate market. And these are the same banks, by the way, and Credit Suisse is right there among them, who were involved in pumping phony credit into the housing market, which led to the housing bubble, which led to the whole crisis of 2008, which led to the collapse of the economy. They're doing the same thing in commercial real estate, and particularly in hotels. So we are dealing not with people that want to run hotels. No matter what they say, that's not what they want. What they want is to get their money out and take it and invest in other commercial real estate. And the reason for this is simple. Stocks, up and down, up and down. Bonds, you can't, you're getting 1.5 points on a 3-year bond, and nobody's buying 10-year bonds. Cash, less than 1% return. So the banks are doing this because that's where the profit is. And so in order to deal with them, we have to be conscious of one thing. They don't care about you. They don't care about the land. They don't care about anything. And I'm not making it up. They tell me that, face to face. I had a discussion with a big banker. I'm fortunate to have the opportunity to listen to this, although it turned my stomach. I said, how can you keep cutting jobs in our industry when it's 100% occupancy in Waikiki and you're cutting jobs and you're making the guests upset because they're not getting the service and they're turning away and they're saying, we don't want to come back, where's the aloha spirit? And he looked me in the eye and he said, you guys are just going to have to get past that aloha spirit thing. So what I could give you many other examples, but I wanted everybody to be clear who the them is here.